I dare you to sit next to Kyle Brandt for 4 hours and not laugh and cry the entire
over here. Sounds like a raffle.
Ridiculous. We're having so much fun here at the Super Bowl experience. Looking forward to Sunday, just 2 sleeps away. And this season, Microsoft launched the Create Change campaign. It's amazing. And they worked with some of the biggest names in the NFL and their charitable causes, ones that they personally choose to work with. And All-Pro wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald headlined an event right here in Minneapolis just last night, all to bring awareness to his charity, the First Down Fund, and how along with Microsoft, he hopes to create change.
I think it's a great initiative. We've got some really wonderful guys, who they brought on board: Russell Wilson, Von Miller, Greg Olsen, myself, Tony Gonzalez, all people who represent, I think is a great brand of the National Football League. And they're giving us an opportunity to make an impact in young people's lives, and really that's what it's all about, giving young people a chance to live their dreams like we are able to. I have always been one to really try to get to the grassroots, get back into the schools. Education is where you can make the biggest impact, I believe. You can spark the interest of the next lawyer and doctor and teacher. That's where it started. That's where my dream started. And Microsoft is allowing us to do the same thing with the computer labs that we're putting in with the Surface. The same ones we use on the football field, we're using them in the classroom to help young people realize that they can achieve anything they put their minds to.
So part of the Microsoft's Creative Change program this year was creating the custom helmets.
Mm-hmm. Marcus, he's done an unbelievable job. He does over 250 players around the National Football League's cleats. He's taken it to the helmets and really helped us, raise the profile of our charities and what we're trying to accomplish. And, we're very appreciative of him coming out all the way from Miami. He came out and did a great job for all of us. And I was very specific on how I wanted to do it. And he's like, Fitz, I got you, don't worry.
Larry Fitzgerald, one of the best on the field, always doing good for his community off the field as well. The First Down Fund there with Microsoft. Great stuff. Our Omar Ruiz, also pretty great, at the press area of the Patriots Hotel next to the Mall of America this morning. Omar, to Gronk or not to Gronk? That is the question. I know he's back at practice. Is he going to play on Sunday?
To Gronk for sure. Gronk watch officially over as he was cleared through the concussion protocol yesterday, a full participant in Thursday's practice after being limited on Wednesday. And since he was cleared, we were able to hear from Gronk for the first time yesterday in a media session. He says he has no ill will towards Barry Church and that big hit that knocked him out of the AFC Championship game. He says he'll be ready to roll on Sunday, available in every aspect of the game, that run blocking and all routes on the field in the pass game. And really the Patriots will go into this game as healthy as they can be. Tom Brady, of course, has not been on the injury report the last week or so, still wearing that glove on his right hand, a glove he says has recovery properties to it. And Dietrich Wise, who had also been battling a concussion the last couple weeks, he's been cleared. And Malcolm Butler, the hero from Super Bowl 49, he was limited in practice on Wednesday with the illness, a full participant yesterday. Patriots look to be healthy come Super Bowl Sunday against these Eagles.
Appreciate the injury update. To Gronk is the answer. Great stuff with Omar Ruiz out there with the Patriots. We'll talk to Tom Pelissero, who's with the Eagles this morning. But first we have to talk to Nate Burleson, who decided to just chop it up with Jay Timms yesterday.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm hyped for the Super Bowl like everybody else, but I can't stop the feeling about Justin Timberlake in this halftime show. That is the biggest topic. It could go down as one of the best halftime shows ever. So myself, Melissa Stark, we sat down with the great Justin Timberlake to talk about life, his love for music, his new album, and, of course, football. Check it out. Get this party started. JT, you're a singer, you're a rapper, dancer, actor, philanthropist, family man, and, of course, football fan. How do you maintain such a high level of work while wearing so many different hats?
Well, that was a very kind introduction, first of all. I grew up playing sports, and I grew up, loving the arts. I feel like I learned from the right people and had the right idols and the right influence. You get to a place where you feel like, wow, I'm being asked by myself to play the Super Bowl halftime show, and that's like a pinch yourself moment.
You talk about a pinch yourself moment, and when you look at past halftime performances, I know I've heard you say you rank Prince up there near the tops. How meaningful is that for you, and might we see a tribute on Sunday?
It's incredibly meaningful. Growing up where I grew up in Memphis, you never imagine that you could ever see someone like Prince up close. You know, to get to a certain place where you're like at a Golden Globes after party at the man's house. It's like this whimsical moment every time I was around him. He's the GOAT. So to be here in his hometown, it's really special.
With this being your third performance, you have more appearances than any other individual at halftime. So let's just say you run into, I don't know, Bono or Beyonce. Is that casually coming up in conversation?
No, not. Well, first of all, nobody can stunt on Beyonce, period.
This is true.
I might bring it up to Bono. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm hoping we crush it so hard I can come back for 4. To be honest, I feel like I'm at a place in my career where I'm so grateful for everything that's happening, and through different ups and downs, mostly ups, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's so much to do, and that still excites me, so I wouldn't bring it up to Beyonce. Maybe somebody else, but nobody. No. That's just like a rule of life. No one can stunt on Beyonce. That should be the 11th commandment, actually.
Facts.
Yeah.
So your album drops this week. You've been teasing songs on social media. You have an incredible song with Chris Stapleton, Say Something.
Thank you.
From one great to another, say something to Tom Brady. Because you mentioned in the press conference that you hang out with him to get the Brady sauce that we all want. We all want that sauce. So
We want to know what the ingredients are. Right?
I knew I could coin a phrase.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be Brady's.
Let's start making these shirts. But what's the ingredients?
I thought, you know, you have this feeling, and it's the same feeling you could have about, you know, Kobe or Jordan or, you know, Montana back in the day, where there's always a chance, and that's because of someone's will.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that that's something he possesses that you just can't teach.
And you said you texted him before the AFC Championship game.
I did.
And said, I'm going to be at the Super Bowl, or you.
It was basically like, let's go, all capitals. and he texted me back. He was like, I have to join you in Minnesota. It was like very gentlemanly, but like still like swagged out.
There's so much spectacle surrounding the halftime show. I mean, you look at what Lady Gaga did coming through the roof, and then Katy Perry on the Lion. I'm sure there's so many things that went through, so many wild things that went through your head. What didn't make it? What's not going to happen that you thought of?
I do not have a harness, and I do not have a large lion. I can tell you that. I feel like I have the best band in the world, to be honest, with the Tennessee Kids. Like, we have so much fun playing together on stage, and it really starts with the music. But yeah, I got a couple of surprises.
No hints.
Yeah, no, you're better off figuring out what Belichick's first play is than me telling you what I'm going to do.
Very covert, right?
You also mentioned in the press conference that if Belichick needed a wide receiver, if all the receivers went down,
we saw you stretching out.
You said you know a little something about route running. I mean, what do you know about toe drag swag?
Yeah, man, I'm very adept at a back shoulder catch. So you know, you know, but don't ask me to run after the catch. Yards after the catch was probably not going to be my strong suit.
Got you. Just possession receiver. That's all.
You're going down. Yeah.
Just a short little slant. Wouldn't that be something to just be like run a short slant in the Super Bowl and like literally catch the ball and just go down and wait for somebody to touch and be like, I made a play in the Super Bowl.
MVP, Justin Timberlake.
That'll never happen. So I'll settle for the halftime show.
Halftime is the biggest play in the world. And you got it.
That's right. That's right. Game pick. I mean, we know your relationship with Brady.
Yeah.
But
well,
it was your birthday.
and you know I'm a Packer fan too.
Well, right.
So I don't have a team dog in the fight because I've been a Packer fan for so long, and Aaron's my boy too. So I want to see an exciting game, but I think everybody would agree that when you put the best coach-quarterback combo of all time in a Super Bowl, it's kind of hard to bet against that.
Yeah.
So Philadelphia, you still come to my show on tour. There's nothing against like. Kobe's going to be mad that I didn't pick the Eagles, too. I'm going to have to hear about that now.
It's all right. Black Mamba, get over it.
He's all right.
He's all right. You know, it's amazing because Justin Timberlake, he's one of those celebrities that we've watched his whole career. So now him being in his mid-30s, we're so familiar with him, and he feels like family, and that's what he does when he walks in the room. He makes everybody feel like family. And one thing I take away from that is that he's embracing this moment more than any other performance in his career, and he understands the magnitude, and he wants to give everybody such a great experience. And at the end of it, he gives us the gift of art. I wanted to give him a gift because he's celebrating his birthday this week. And what I did is I had one of the top tailors in Los Angeles make a jacket for him with the logo of his album, and then I handed it to him, and it has the interior of Justin Timberlake. So, you know, he is very receptive, and I cannot wait. It's going to be one of the best halftimes of all.
You did a great job with that. I mean, you and Melissa Stark both. That was incredible.
Appreciate that.
He's kind of the Tom Brady of entertainment, in a sense, right? It's an incredible, incredible job, Nate. It was so good, man.
Appreciate it.
Amazing interview by you and Melissa Stark there. Justin Timberlake halftime show. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for this next guest either.
Big sequence right here. Mariota takes the snap, looks to his right, looking, flushed out. Now back to his left, pumping. Throwing into the end zone. No, he kept it. Dove for the end zone himself and got in. Oh, my goodness. It was batted back to him. He did throw it. He caught it for a touchdown. Touchdown Titans. What a play, Marcus Matiote, who just threw and caught a touchdown pass. Unbelievable.
I mean, and then he threw it. And then he caught it, and then he scored a touchdown, and then they went to the playoffs. Oh, hey, Marcus Matiote, joining us from the Mall of America. That play was one of the best, if not the best, and most impressive and most exciting of the season. Sorry, Minnesota fans, the Minneapolis Miracle. That was awesome. Marcus, thanks for joining the show. Take us back to that now famous play and that wild card win over the Chiefs where you pass it to yourself, catch it, make a score touchdown, make it all happen. What happened there?
Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you guys for having me. But that play was crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. I really was just the right place at the right time. I got to send Darrell a little gift basket because I think if he didn't bat it down, Marcus Spears probably had a shot to pick it off. But again, just kind of the right place at the right time, hard to explain, and just pretty crazy play.
Now, Marcus, I want to ask you about this Matt Patricia-led defense for the Pats, but I want to ask you about an offensive play that happened. You put a stiff arm on the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was one of our favorite plays here on the show, and we kept running it over and over and over again. Not that we haven't seen a stiff arm before, but it was the fact that you doubled back and then came and you looked at the guy you stiffed arm as if, I want you to remember this face. Why do you think people were so shocked by that action?
Not sure. Maybe, I guess, doesn't happen too often. But really, I was just trying to make a play for my guys. You get kind of in the emotion of the game, and you know, it was a big play. I just wanted to make a play, and just got pretty emotional for sure.
Okay, well, for the record, we're all for it, and we want to see a whole bunch more of that.
It was awesome.
Just letting you know. We loved it, bro.
Appreciate that.
Marcus, you guys have a new coach now, and it's a defensive-minded coach. It's Mike Vrabel. Have you gotten a chance to speak to your new head coach, and how excited are you to start playing and getting back on the field for 2018?
Very excited. I've had an opportunity the last couple of weeks being in and out of Nashville to sit down and talk with Coach Vrabel. I love his mentality. I love the direction and the vision that he has for this team, and I think guys will buy in. And we just got to go out there and execute, and I'm just very excited to get to work.
Marcus, we're all very intrigued by you. Let me tell you why. We don't know much about you. We know you're a great athlete and a great leader, but you look at the other 31 starting quarterbacks, we feel like we know everything about them as people off the field. So we like to do a little exercise with you called Get to Know Ya Mariota. Let me show you what I mean, my friend.
Get to know you.
For example, Marcus, we know that Ben Roethlisberger listens to Elton John and Billy Joel in the weight room. What music do you listen to while you work out?
Oh, it's a combination. It's a combination of stuff back home in Hawaii with like J Boog and Sammy Johnson and the Green, and then you got a little bit of like EDM. So there's a mixture. It's kind of a wide spectrum of stuff, but that's kind of what I go to.
A little bit of EDM. I like that. We had Aaron Rodgers on the show yesterday, and we know his favorite movie is The Princess Bride. So what's your favorite movie?
Probably The Longest Yard.
Yes. Okay.
I did.
The remake. I love Adam Sandler in that one. I thought it was a funny movie, and I enjoyed it.
Okay, Burt Reynolds is still in the remake, so we'll take that.
All right, you got
now,
it.
we know that
You're
Carson
right.
Wentz.
You're right.
Carson Wentz, his first job was umpiring in youth baseball. What was your first job?
I did some things with Special Olympics. I did a little bit of umpiring. I refereed a basketball game, which I would never probably do again ever in my life, because that was it gets pretty hectic in there, man. But I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was a good experience.
Yeah, those soccer moms are vicious in that basketball.
They are. Peter, we're learning so much.
Man, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Marcus, I'm still picturing you listening to Tiesto before the game. But let's get back to
the
this.
Beat drops, Peter.
When the beat drops, Marcus gets down. Tyrod Taylor's favorite meal is salmon and rice. What is Marcus Mariota's favorite meal?
Oh, hey, here we go. Spam musubi. There we go.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, growing up in Hawaii, spam's been a part of my life since I could remember. And spam musubi basically is it's like a spam sushi. So you put rice on top of, you put a spam on top of rice, and then you wrap it in seaweed. And it's a quick snack. It's you can do a whole lot with it. People add egg, add different flavors to it. But it's something that's kind of been around my whole life, and just kind of a quick, nice and easy meal.
I know what I'm eating for lunch.
Well, Marcus, we're sitting here smiling. We're learning spam sushi. Get to know you, Mariota. How about this one? Bears rookie quarterback Mitchell Trubisky got the nickname Pretty Boy Assassin from his teammates. What do your teammates call you?
Marcus, doesn't really stray too far from that.
Now we know Drew Brees' role model was his grandfather, so get to know you, Mariota. Who is your role model?
Sorry, quick second, I'm losing you.
Who's your role model, Mariota?
Thank you. My parents. What they've done for me and my brother, the amount that they have sacrificed, it's unbelievable, and truly special, and we'll never take that for granted.
Love it. Unbelievable, Marcus. That was so cool. Learn about your parents, Tiesto, spam sushi, everything. I hope that wasn't too painful for you, because it was educational for us. And we love you, man. Go get him next year, okay?
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, everybody.
Thank you so much
for having me.
That was great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Spam sushi, huh?
I'm in.
Love that. Golden Tate joining the show after this. Got to get some Detroit Lion love in this NFC North dominated crowd out here today. Golden Tate live on Good Morning Football. Maybe we'll dance a little bit, huh?
My teammates call me Marcus.